Appeals meeting to order. Roll call, please, B.
Mr. Delacorte?
Yes, here.
Mr. Lawrence-Emmett?
Here.
Mr. Shaw?
Here.
Mr. Barr?
Here.
Mr. Bellotti?
Here. We'd like to also do the pledge this evening. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. All right, first order of business tonight would be the acceptance of the minutes from May 23rd, 2023. Everybody had a chance to review?
Yes, sir.
Any changes, modifications?
Make
Can
a
I-
motion to accept.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor? Aye. So moved. All right, next up on the agenda, appeal number 237792, area variance, Brian A. Raguzzi, seeking an area variance, section 240-37 of district regulations in an R40 zoning district, where 25 feet to the side left property line is required. The applicant can provide 6.5 feet for the legalization of a 10-foot by 9-inch by 16-foot by 2-inch woodshed, thus requesting a variance of 18.5 feet. The property is located at 9 Larissa Lane on 1.1 acres and is identified as tax grid number 635803246464 in the town of Wappinger. Can I have a motion to open the adjourned public hearing?
Make a motion to open the adjourned public
Got
hearing.
a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved. Mr. Raguzzi?
Yes.
By now you know the drill.
Yes.
So just for the board's sake and anybody who might be listening in, what you need and why you need it.
Okay, my name is Brian Raguzzi. I live at 9 Larissa Lane, Wappinger Falls. Basically here because I put up a new shed and I'm looking for a variance from the distance of my neighbor's property.
Now, I know last time you were here, there was some question as to like the exact size of the shed, but now we've verified all of that,
Right,
right?
right.
So the requests are accurate as written.
Okay.
Right. Right, Barbara, so we're good to go on the
Yes, we
numbers
are.
that are published. Okay. So I know it's been quite a while, seems like quite a while anyway, since we were there. I don't know if you guys have any other questions for Mr. Raguzzi. I know I have a picture that was submitted just to refresh my memory a little bit, but it's pretty straightforward as far as I'm concerned. You guys have any other questions or concerns?
I think the only thing we needed, Pete, was just to get the correct dimensions.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and now we have that, so all our dimensions are correct and your variances are correct, right? That's why we kind of went the extra meeting, just to make sure we had that.
Right, for the future, I
Correct.
understand.
So we want to make sure it was accurate, benefits everybody.
Right.
So if there are any other questions from anybody in the audience on this application? No? All right, then could I have a motion then to close the public hearing?
Motion to close?
Do I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, could I have a motion then to grant or deny the applicant the variance?
I'll make a motion that we grant the variance. The requested variance will not produce an undesirable change in the neighborhood. There is no substantial detriment to surrounding properties. There is no other feasible method for you to pursue this variance. The variance is, in my opinion, not substantial, and the alleged difficulty is self-created. Therefore, I say that we grant the variance.
All right, do I have a second?
I will second.
All right, roll call, please, B.
Mr. Delacorte?
Yes.
Mr. Lawrence-Emmett?
Yes.
Mr. Shaw?
Yes.
Mr. Barr?
Yes.
Mr. Bellotti?
Yes, your variance has been granted. You're
Thank
free
you,
to go.
guys. I appreciate it. All right.
You'll hear from the building department as soon as the paperwork catches up to them.
Okay. All right. Thanks for your help, guys.
Take care.
Take care, Thank you, Brian. Mr.
Have a good night. All right, next up on the agenda, discussion, appeal number 237796, area variance, Sean M. Adams, seeking an area variance, section 240-37 of district regulations in an R40/80 zoning district, Where 50 feet to the rear property line is required, the applicant can provide 25 feet for the installation of a 14-foot by 30-foot above-ground pool, thus requesting an area variance of 25 feet. The property is located at 38 Red Hawk Hollow Road on 1 acre and is identified as tax grid number 635902795-544 in the town of Wappinger. Anybody here tonight representing Mr. Adams? Please step up to the mic, state your name and address, please.
I'm Sean Adams, and live on 38 Red Hawk Hollow Road in Wappingers Falls.
Gotcha. Yeah, for the board's benefit and anybody listening in, exactly what you need and why you need it. Briefly.
We are looking for a 25-foot variance for the installation of an above-ground pool, where we have 50 required, and we have 25 that we can provide.
Gotcha. Let me just get to the plan real quick here. You're on well and septic there? You're
Yes.
well and septic. So that kind of limits your location a little bit.
Correct.
Looks like, according to the plan, you got some topography in the back, too. You have a slopey in the back? The backyard?
It is, yes.
And this is a above-ground pool, an oval, or... What's that?
It's Grecian.
Yeah.
It's almost like an oval rectangle.
Gotcha. An oval rectangle? Again,
The corners are
yeah, explain that
come
one
in.
to me.
The wood deck at the backyard, is that enclosed?
It is screened in.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I'm just seeing in the side view of the backyard, it looks like a structure back there, roughly where the wood deck would be. So that's a screened in? That's a screened
Yes,
porch?
it's about 1 story up
Okay,
on the back of the house. Yeah, I believe it's original to the house.
okay.
Just looking at these pictures, it looks like mostly woods around you. Is that correct?
That's correct, yeah.
I think we've been out on Red Hook Hollow Road once before, and if I recall, it's very...
It sounds familiar.
Yeah. It's out off of Dydell Road, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
my next door neighbor is actually having a pool finished up right now. So perhaps you guys been there recently?
No,
Okay.
but we will.
Go ahead. All right.
I don't think they have the property line issues that we
You might
do.
have just busted. Then maybe not.
We're going to find out.
Hey, guys, I don't have any other questions. Do you?
No.
What we usually do is we schedule a site visit, tonight, to come out to the house and see what you got going on. Is there any way that you can identify or locate the property lines, whereas it pertains to the variance?
They are not marked currently.
I don't know if you really actually need it. Is there any fence, stone wall, wood line, anything like
No.
that? No?
No.
Do you kind of know about where it is?
Just from what I've measured roughly, it's a little tough to get it exact for myself with the slope there.
I think, guys, with the, because the location of the pool and the wooded area and all that, probably be a good idea of what's going on.
He just shows us if he marks out the pool for us.
Yeah. Could you kind of paint out or mark out where the pool is going to be? So like the footprint of it.
We had done that back in the fall.
Is
It's
it-
not visible right now.
Can you make it visible?
Yeah, I can do that.
Sure. So when we go out, we just want a good idea of where that pool is and how it's situated in the
Okay.
yard. Doesn't have to be exact.
Gotcha.
Just to the four corners or whatever it is.
The 25 feet, was that basically calculated based upon the 61.4 feet shown on the survey?
Yes, and the deck that you mentioned earlier, I believe we need to be a certain distance from that, so that went into the calculation as well.
Okay. I'm just concerned that it looks like your back property line is a little bit skewed to the house.
It's,
It might just be the
Yeah,
printout I
it's-
have, but it looks like maybe they're not parallel.
that's possible. Yeah, I believe,
And the concern is always if we go off the 61.4, I guess that would be a bigger lesser variance. Yeah, we just want to make sure you have an accurate number so that if you go to sell and you have a survey done and it's off, you don't have to come back.
Right.
Yeah.
Can I ask you a question?
Can you come up, Mr. Hughes?
Just-
Tell us who you are, please.
Yes, I'm James Hughes, and I'm from Under the Sun Improvements. I'm going to be installing his pool. You brought up something, Mr. Barr, that just light bulb went off. Do you think we should, I hope he doesn't have to come back for 2 meetings, should we increase the size of the variance just to be safe? If that's more of a parallelogram, then we could be jammed up like you're talking about, and so
Yeah.
could the town. Without him having to bring a surveyor out there, should we, just to be safe, ask for a little bit more, or I don't want to make a whole big problem
Unfortunately,
here?
variances have to be exact.
Okay, fine.
That's the gentleman before him, we came back multiple times for that reason.
All right, so his survey is accurate. Is your survey to scale that you turned in?
Yeah. That was provided to us, I believe, by the town.
Okay,
I
so...
mean, it seems like you can make the math work. We just want to make sure it's.
Yeah, okay, then what I'm going to do then is make sure I go out there with a 100-foot tape and then allow for some extra distance. I'll lay it out for him. And you want to, I got to paint, I'll just bring some orange paint with me.
Yeah, sure.
You know, we've had some pools come back where they installed
I
it a
understand,
little
and your
bit,
tip is
you know,
touching
and they've had to come back twice, and, yeah.
I remember a case on Spook Hill where I built a pool and it was too close to somebody, and that's when it was 10 feet. It was 10 feet, wasn't it, Barbara, years ago? 10 or 15, right?
In the 80s, early 90s,
yeah.
you know, it depends when theirs change first.
Yeah, right.
I have a question, though. I see you're going to be excavating.
Is the,
I'm sorry, Barbara, I couldn't.
I hear, it looks like they're digging down. It's above ground, but then part of this pool is going to be 6 feet of water, so you're digging down one
Yes,
end?
yes,
How much are you excavating?
2 feet.
Well, in the sense of soil, because...
A foot and a half, actually.
I worry about that. Well, it's got to be more than that if it's 4 feet at the other end, and this is 6 to the bottom.
It's 4 feet of water. It's 52 inches to the top of the pool.
I know. So normally, even though this isn't an in-ground pool, we make them get a grading permit because they are excavating, and where's the dirt going after? Are you taking
okay.
it with you, or are you know, part of it is in-ground.
Yes, it is.
So I think we need to know how much soil. You'll have to do the math for me, and we'll have to talk in the office to see if we
Okay.
need a grading permit.
Just make a mental note of that, okay, and then send me a text or something. Yeah, I'll do that. No problem.
Okay.
The other thing that I'm not that clear about is the exact or the approximate location of the pool. I don't see it drawn anywhere. Is it on the,
I think it's on his last survey, little drawn rectangle.
it says approximate location, that
That's approximate location of his septic.
septic, right? Yeah, so I see an abandoned well, and I see a line with,
Oh, I see, here. It's, their property's wide and shallow. I think this is it. Taking my,
this is,
okay.
Yeah, okay. When is the next meeting? 27th? Okay, so we need to get out there next week or so.
That's his septic. Is this where he's putting the pool?
that's a square is the pool.
Right, so this is Red Hawk Hollow. So this is his rear yard. He just has a lot of
When you go out to the site, though?
This is Haley.
When you go to the site? Oh, so we'll make sure that we spray it before then?
So Dave.
Yeah, okay.
Well, he only has 61 feet.
I'm concerned that this are not parallel. But if they're taking the dimension from this side, it should be more favorable, right?
right. But this would be closer.
How wide is this pool?
Yeah, potentially.
So he should come in more?
This looks like 90 degree.
He's saying,
It should be accurate with it. I mean, a survey line would be ideal, right? Keeps that.
But we can also just measure it out and then come back into 25 feet and say, this is where your pool needs to be.
You could go out 61 feet.
You know, go out to 63 feet, come back to
59 or
25.
so.
Back 25, it should be accurate.
Or just take 63 minus 25 and we'll come to the point where the pool needs to be.
Whatever works for you that day.
thank you.
Right, are we showing
Yes, yes, well, that's what we'll do. We'll do, yeah, that's good, before that meeting, correct? Or at the next 2 days you want it done?
By Thursday morning, we have to know exactly.
What's today, Tuesday?
It's Tuesday.
So then we have to see what-
Not much left Tuesday, but it is Tuesday.
Okay,
All right, so you got, on the survey, you got dimension from the, right, from the house to the property line. And so it's 50, it looks like 51 point, looks like 2 feet, right? And you're gonna measure out to the property line and basically come back and make sure you're 25 feet in from there, right?
you got it, that's what we'll do.
And then you could, kind of mark
Yeah,
out.
and what does that say, how far is he from the property line?
So it looks like 51 point,
I think it's 61.4. It's kind of small.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right, okay, no problem.
61.4.
okay? All right, so the next step is we're gonna do a site visit on the 24th,
Right,
all right? We'll be out there about 9 o'clock.
okay,
On the 24th, it's a Saturday, and then we will schedule your public hearing for the 27th. Okay?
Fair
And then
enough.
you'll be on for a public hearing on the 27th.
but we got to get back to B in a couple of days for that.
Right,
Yes, 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 he'll take that home.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, you're gonna wanna make sure you get Barbara and B that info by Thursday, right?
all right, make sure you get a call her back after. Okay,
All right?
right,
So all
great.
that said, we'll see you on the 24th.
okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, next up, appeal number 237797, area variance. Eileen Magnata, seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in an R20 zoning district where 20 feet to the side right property line is required. The applicant can provide 8.6 feet for the legalization of an existing 186 square foot screened-in porch, thus requesting a variance of 11.4 feet. The property is located at 48 DeGarmo Hills Road on 1 acre and is identified as tax grid number 6258-02777-827 in the town of Wappinger. All right, so for the record, your name and address, please.
I'm Eileen Magnata. I live at 27 Kentwood Drive in Carmel.
Gotcha. And a brief description of what you need and why you need it.
Sure. So both of my parents, the original owners of the house, are deceased. My father passed away a year ago. My mother passed away in December. We are looking to sell the home. And in the process of preparing for sale, these violations became known to us. And so we're trying to rectify them. So currently, this variance is, as it says, for an existing deck that was put on many years ago, not sure exact date. It's, as you can see, too close to the property line.
Gotcha. Gotcha, yeah, so this is all existing. Right? And this one, we do have a survey with dimensions on it, which is always helpful. Some pictures.
This is a new survey. It was done May 25th,
Yeah.
again, in preparation for the sale.
You guys, any questions?
There's a wood platform noted on this survey. What is that?
Could you repeat the question?
It says wood platform. Do you know what is that?
Can't even see that.
Where is that on the survey? I'm sorry.
It's right below the porch, it looks like.
Wood platform.
It's like right on the property line. I'm just curious.
That is a piece of wood where my father's grill stood. The grill is no longer
Okay.
there, so that can be, I think it's like a what do you call, it's either the
Like a landing.
what is it when they stack stuff? It's-
Pallet. Oh, a pallet.
Pallet.
Thank you, sorry.
Okay.
I don't even know if it's there still, but yes.
Okay.
That looks like it probably easily removed, right?
And it can be removed, certainly, yes, just a piece of wood. And if you want me to move it before the inspection, I can do
It
that.
seems odd to put on a survey.
Yeah. Anything else, you guys?
I don't have any questions.
No? All right, so we will do a site visit again on the 24th. Probably be there about 9:20-ish.
I'll be there. And
You'll be
will I know at that time your ruling or not?
No.
You will not know?
You have to
I will
come
not
back.
know.
We're going to
Okay.
schedule you for a public hearing on the 27th as well,
Okay,
so you'll be back on the 27th.
okay. Unfortunately, I'm away. Is it okay, is it acceptable that a realtor attends on my behalf and
Sure.
represents us?
Yeah, sure.
Is there any paperwork that's required for that?
Say that again?
Do I need anything in writing for her to represent? No?
No,
Okay.
you've just said that you'll have somebody else
Yep.
representing you. so
Okay,
that's
thank you.
That's fine.
Okay.
Do we need just a line though, Pete, or anything like that? Do we need that?
You know, we have a survey, Tom, with dimensions, and everything is existing.
Okay.
Right?
I'm good
So,
with that, yep.
I really don't think we do.
pretty
Thank you.
straightforward.
All right, so we'll see you on the 24th,
Yes.
and then the public hearing will be the 27th.
Thank you very much.
Okay, you're welcome.
Thank you.
All right, next up on the agenda, discussion, appeal number 237791, area variance. Cesar Barzalo seeking an area variance, section 24037 of district regulations in R20 zoning district, where fences in front yards can have a maximum height of 4 feet. The applicant is requesting a height of 6 feet along 2 streets, thus requesting a variance to allow a 6-foot fence along Roberts Road and Spook Hill Road. The property is located at 15 Spook Hill Road on 1.03 acres and is identified as tax grid number 625701003924 in the town of Wappinger. Okay, your name, please.
My name is Edwin Rodriguez.
You look familiar.
Very familiar.
Again, Joe, for the record, folks listening in and the board, what you need and why you need it?
Sure. So 2 things. One, we have already a 6-foot fence on a portion of Spook Hill that we put up before. So kind of, that's one portion. And then the second portion is to continue that along Roberts Road and also a portion of Spook Hill as well. And that's pretty much just a 6-foot fence.
Gotcha. And I know we've seen you here before to discuss this, just refamiliarizing myself with it. So the length of fence that you are going to put up on Spook Hill, that doesn't run the entire length of the property, right?
The one that we put up already or the one that we
Yeah.
want to put up?
The one you want to put up.
Not entirely, no.
I don't remember on it. Do we have a plan that actually shows where the fence is going to be?
The existing is here. And I thought you were turning the corner, no? You're going all the way down Spook Hill and then turning onto Robert?
So it's still, remember where the house is going to end, that portion right there is where the fence ends. It's not going to go all the way around the corner.
Okay. That was an open fence, right? It was basically from the drive
Correct.
to the end of the house? So that would be the open fence?
And then along Roberts, it's pretty much all the closed fence, the same fence that we have already up in the picture that's there.
But that's also a front yard.
Correct.
This is all front yard, which the code now says 4 feet.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Got it. Yeah, we've been out there. Go ahead, Tom.
Just to clear up the confusion I have, there was a 6-foot fence already installed on the far left of the property as you face it. That has been rectified to 4 feet or no? That's staying?
That's still
staying at
6 feet, we're still, yep.
Okay, so then,
No, still part of this discussion now, right?
what?
That's 6 feet or 8 feet.
Yeah, if we
Still
denied,
part
we
of
have to put it
today's
down.
But for the record, Edwin, this
Yeah.
fence that you put up was put up in the last few months.
Yeah, this was after November. November was when the
So just for
code.
the record,
Yeah.
this was put up after the code changed to
Correct.
4 feet. So this hasn't been there since before the code.
Right.
And that's 6 feet, or is it 8
And
feet?
that's 6 feet,
Yeah.
and he's only allowed 4 feet, which is what he's asking you to continue and then go by Roberts with this existing 6-foot fence. But I just wanted it clear for the record, this went up when it shouldn't
Right.
have.
So that is part of the discussion actually on
Yes.
this one too.
Yes.
Should we allow that 6 feet or 4 feet?
Okay, so now on the other side of the driveway, you're going to start another, you want to start another 6-foot fence, but of a
Open.
different type,
Correct.
an open, not,
What do you mean by open for the record?
So open is, I don't remember if I sent a picture of that one, but pretty much it's like the vinyl that's open, so you can see through. It's not closed, so you can't really see through the panels. Typically, they're seen in pools, even in decks as well, like the deck railing, if you will, like that type of fencing that's composite, and you can see through pretty much.
So it's like a 4-inch slat, 4-inch opening, a 4-inch slat?
Yeah, it's like open, yeah.
Is
Yep.
that like the deer?
So it looks like
this?
spindles. Yeah.
Okay, so, and that's going to be 6 feet all the way, not all the way down to Roberts Road now?
No, so right where the house ends, literally going over that. I think I drew it last time.
Yeah, just to confirm.
And just,
So this would be the open fence
Yep. Yeah, this is the close that we already have.
from here to roughly,
Like where the frame, like
roughly
literally.
here?
Yeah.
And
This would just stay as is.
And then in
then
Roberts,
here
you're looking for like here,
with the same
to the
set of
end.
fencing. Well, yeah, till here, because I think this is an easement. So it would be like till here.
How many feet of fence are already up?
That we put up here,
Yeah, that on a,
I think it's 16,
looks like 20 feet.
48, I don't remember.
quite a bit.
Yes, yeah, it's literally this whole portion right here.
And this open, what
So
is that
that's
gonna look like?
53,
I don't think we have a
yeah.
picture of it.
Of this side?
Here.
Yeah, this is,
Oh, like what type of fencing?
Yes.
I can show you.
it's not every alternate, otherwise you cannot see. So I think every,
Is it privacy fence?
you can see through it.
if it's open, it's not privacy
That's
fence,
where I'm confused.
right?
Right. So privacy is
It's more
not
for
there.
a visual.
I think it's kind of like maybe slat, no slat, slat, no slat. Not one of these.
Yeah, right,
things.
that's what,
Not one of
That's what I
those.
was,
but this is privacy fence.
Yes,
And you can see through because you
Well,
can see.
very difficult.
It's more of a security fence.
It's usually seen in pools. Just literally you can see
Show
everything.
them.
This is like the 6-foot vinyl that I showed last time. It's pretty much you can see through it.
this one
Like
here?
it's not, yeah, all these are different examples of the.
Oh, this one here?
Yep.
So since it is open, what is the 6-foot fence going to give that a 4-foot fence would not?
Well, honestly, I mean, that's, because we already had 6 here, so kind of to continue that same height. we thought-
It's a different fence and completely different material. I mean, I don't know if you're ever going to read the,
No, correct. I mean, that's just what we envisioned. It's more for appeal.
Okay, so the last time that we, well, maybe the time before that, when we did a site visit, we talked about the fence that you were looking for privacy
Correct.
from some
Neighbors coming
lookers,
in.
yeah, passersby or whatever, and you're not concerned about that now?
I am still concerned, but I mean, like I said, that's why this side, we want the closed fence, and the one really comes from this side. Up here, we want it more for visual, but, I mean, at the same time, we'll do the same purpose, visual and also blocking people from just,
Yes. So this is open, and
because this is where we've seen people coming through, is this side, no one has
Right,
been.
so this particular type of fence, which is this, is going to be the same.
Correct.
Right?
Yep.
This is the only open section?
Correct, so because we don't want to block the house or anything here, so it's, you can see it. That's the appeal value that we,
Yeah.
And all the heights are 6 feet?
yes, this is already 6 feet, yeah, this is 6, and this is 6.
Thank you.
Yep, correct.
All right. So, I know we've been out to the house before, but it might be worth another look, no? You guys?
I mean,
Maybe, to see the length.
yeah, I mean, I'd personally be willing to approve just a 6-foot section that's up, since they're using that portion as a backyard. I think it makes sense. I mean, elsewhere, I feel like the 4 feet gets them the same thing. It gets them what they need in terms of security and privacy.
Well, do you want to do a site visit on the 24th? We'll get one more look? I think it's worth another quick look. So, because we're gonna have to schedule a public hearing for the 27th anyway.
Yeah.
So why don't we do this? Why don't we do a site visit on the 24th? And we'll be out there probably between 9:30 and 10 on the 24th. And then we'll schedule a public hearing, right, for the 27th? Right?
She's have to pick this stuff up tomorrow.
Be okay? Okay. So then we'll schedule your public hearing for the 27th. All right, so we'll be out there again on the 24th. Be good if somebody could be there, if we could talk to either yourself or somebody that we could speak to about if we have any questions when we're there. Okay?
If you could stake where the fences end, you know, the two new stretches?
Okay, I can do that.
Oh, that'd be great, yeah, start and finish. Okay, perfect. All right, that's it.
Cool. Thanks, guys. Thursday? Okay. You got it. All right.
Thank you.
Thank you. All right, there is no further business this evening. Could I have a motion to adjourn?
Can I just ask a quick question? Can we get a copy of your interpretation, Barb, since I'm having trouble downloading it?
And you might want to just put that on the record that.
What's that?
You might want to put on the record that you received my interpretation.
Yes,
Yeah, I was recommending we do that.
Yeah,
and the rest of the stuff from
I did.
attorney.
Have that somewhere with me.
Thank you, Barb. Thank you, Bill.
Okay, just for the record, I did receive, guys, did you receive Barbara's interpretation in regard to the Alpine Commons application? Did receive it, and in the process of digesting it. We good? We good?
Yeah, we're good, thank you.
All right. Okay, so, on that note, can I have a motion to adjourn?
Hold on, one more piece of business. I asked for the possibility of the attorney. Did we,
So to change attorneys, this board has the right, but would have to RFP, which is a request for proposal. And so a written narrative of what you're looking for would have to be published. You'd have to wait until people brought in, whatever firms, and then you'd have to do interviews.
Gotcha.
So that's up to you. The planning board has also asked for that for all three members. And it's only recently that we found a request for proposals that we could change from another town. So typically, town boards do requests for proposals. It's very rare, and just from my research, to see planning boards or zoning boards do it on their own. So not that you can't. So I have the chairman of the planning board looking over the request for proposal for all three positions and waiting to hear if they want to use that one, and then I'll retro it for the planning board.
Okay.
If you want to make a motion, I have to look for one for zoning board of appeals to do the same thing, because the one for the planning board was from a town that was just for a planning board.
Oh, gotcha.
And the town board, I can't use theirs because they're very involved. You could imagine, like an engineer for infrastructure and things that neither you nor the planning board need. So I don't want somebody doing, you know, a voluminous request for proposal for nothing you're looking for. That's unfair to the candidate. So if you want to do that, then I have to search for one that would fit your board.
Gotcha, gotcha. And in order to facilitate that, we have to make a motion.
Right, but keep in mind, and I explained this to the planning board, because when the town board does it, B would put this in the paper. Because of technology, instead of her having to send them what you're looking for, we could have it on the website. But you have to give so many weeks from the paper to when you get it. Then you have to give so many weeks for everybody to get it in. We're talking the fall, probably at the earliest, to start interviewing. Just so you understand,
The
that
process.
timeline is not
Yeah.
quick.
Right, gotcha,
So
gotcha. Okay, in order to start that process.
if you want to start that, I will look for one.
Okay.
That it's only one position, and I'm hoping I can find something. The planning board's more involved than yours because they're looking for three different
Sure.
positions.
Yeah, sure, okay. So we'll do
You'd need
that.
a motion for
Oh,
me to do
okay. Let's see, somebody has to make a motion, right? Or
that.
can
So I asked, they said as long as it's by a majority to do the request for proposal.
Okay. Sorry, so I make a motion to have Barbara do the RFP, right? And we'll need a second,
I second.
and we'll need a roll call.
Do
Mr. Delacorte,
Yes.
Mr. Lorenzini,
Yes.
Mr. Shaw,
Abstain.
Mr. Barr,
No.
and Mr. Valari.
Yes.
Motion to adjourn.
Now, can we do that? If we didn't do that, we didn't have that. We need a motion to adjourn.
I make motion to adjourn.
Can I have a second?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
So moved, we are adjourned.